are the Cavs even more dynamic than you anticipated they would be?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're way more dynamic. I mean, I think at this point now, they're starting to get healthier. They're getting Max Strus back into the lineup. But I think it's more about the sacrificing that Donovan Mitchell has made.
Yeah.
Last night, he was very aggressive from the onset. What do you have, 16 points in the first quarter, something like that?
Yep.
Just went off. And I think that just shows his maturity and where he's at in his career, because before I feel like he was probably stat hunting a little bit. Like he wasn't really caring about getting other people involved. That's why Darius Garland kind of suffered the last couple of years with him. But now you see him sharing the ball and now taking his time to no, I need to enact my will and just take over this game. And that's what he did. You know that Donovan Mitchell can still do that. That's a great ace in the hole of if I need you to come out and go get 30, you can do it. But you're also looking at the evolution of Evan Mobley. And I feel like the first time I hopped on your pod, we talked about where the Cleveland Cavaliers, what would it take for them to get to that next level, and it was unlocking Evan Mobley, and that's where I think this team is taking the biggest upswing in their development. Is we're actually playing through this guy. He can do a multitude of things. He's becoming that Tim Duncan type of glue that they need to be a championship-like team. And then, oh, by the way, you got several efficient bucket getters on the side of you, and you have another front court mate in Jarrett Allen, who's also putting up an all-star campaign. So they're just solid. They're a very good team. I just want to see them more battle tested once we get to the thick of it in the end of the season. But hey, a win over the Thunder was good. They beat a very good Indiana Pacers team that's trending up right now. Yep. So yeah, I think Cleveland's looking really good. Really good.
I told y'all months ago. I told y'all years ago.
Yeah, it was years.
Y'all want to sell me your Evan Mobley stock? I will buy it. I have bought all of y'all stock who have said, nah, he ain't it. He's not aggressive enough. I don't know if he's got it. Y'all saw him getting thrown around in that playoff series by the New York Knicks, and y'all were ready to sell me the stock. Don't get me wrong. That made me feel a little on the...
a little worried.
Not gonna lie, I was a little worried myself. Okay, I don't like my big man looking like looking like the World of Sticks. If you've seen the World of Sticks on Instagram, with the stick figures. Yeah, you ever see? I'm gonna have to introduce you to the stick figures on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know the stick figures. Let me find that.
It is absolutely hilarious and sophomoric, but it's very relatable. So I'm gonna send you a couple of them, right? But Evan Mobley being the guy who can stretch the floor, that's the thing that unlocked it. I hate the fact that we have to talk about a 6'10", 6'11" guy shooting threes and having to stretch the floor, and that being the thing to unlock the entire team, the entire franchise. But that's what's happened there. Secondarily, for Donovan Mitchell, and I agree with your point, is that he always felt like he had to impact the game by scoring. When you're 6'1" or close to 6'2", it's probably hard to balance between being really aggressive and also getting people involved, because he's a stocky 6'2", which means you're getting to the lane, you're being physical. He's got a wet jump shot, all that type of stuff. I think it's a little bit of maturity, better players playing around him figuring it out. You know what I mean? Those guys stepping themselves up too. I'm very curious how that looks in a playoff setting where you have two small-ish guards that you can trap. Now you can both shoot, but you can also trap them. Who's going to be that safety valve? Maybe that's going to be Evan Mobley in the middle of the floor as the guy who can secondarily make plays in the pocket. I'm really curious what this team is going to look like in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's going to have to be Evan Mobley stepping up to keep defenses honest, because they're going to be sending so much attention and gravity towards Donovan Mitchell, because you can't allow him to get hot. So, yeah, I think that this team is very deep, and we haven't really seen a lot of it yet. Karis LeVert has been having a decent season. They have the depth to be able to withstand a deep playoff run if they can stay healthy. So it's not a team I want to see in the playoffs, but I think that they still have a little bit to go to start talking them in the conversation to the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with the Celtics just because you're just not sure. Not that they're not having a bad season by any stretch, but they set the bar so high last year with basically playing the game of math that you wondered if they were going to come back this year. And they basically come back the same way, essentially. They just had a few injuries and the championship malaise and everything else. But assuming health, I feel like, unfortunately, we will all be in Boston in June. But
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. We'll be back in Boston in June.